So welcome to the last video. We are the loan officer, and a loan officer's job is to actually approve or decline a submitted loan. So now we are back in the dashboards, and the data scientist predicted for everyone the credit score. So if you look, for example, at all the different customers, these are different type of customers, the rows, then we can see that also the credit score for everyone has been applied, pushed to the database, and now we can access them. A loan officer now can use this information to actually approve or decline a loan. The first thing a loan officer will do, of course, is to filter on only the submitted ones. So submitted people are actually people that submitted a new application. We don't have all these already approved, and in progress are similar and different type of statuses. So now we filter on only the people that approved, or we should approve or decline a loan. And we can see here, for example, the average age of these submitted people, the average income, average credit score, average health score. And on the right-hand side, we can see that the table has been filtered only on 18 submissions. If we go to the right, we see the loan status is only submitted. But of course, a loan officer is looking at applicants individually. So we should filter on one by one. So we do that by clicking on this filter button, and we simply select the very first one, customer ID 68. So we filter on 68, and now you can see, of course, the dashboard has been changed. The number of submitted is only 1. We can still see the entire table, so we can easily switch between customers and see and approve or decline the applicant. So we see, for example, the age of the applicant, 31 years of old, his income is 500, credit score is quite high, 9.9, that's no risk. Health score, so we extracted that from the KYC data, let's say the open source REST API, coming from the governmental information. It's 7, that's also quite decent. And if you scroll down, of course, we can see different type of information. So for example, this person, he has a family home, living a family home. He's working for at least more than 3 years. It's a male, he's single, and he, as a single guy, he's applying for a loan. He doesn't have any credit history yet, not taken yet, so that's quite decent. He doesn't have a credit history, let's say a bad one, at least in history. He does have a checking account together with someone else. So at the same bank, ABC Bank, he does have a checking account, which is a positive sign. And of course, the most important information is this part here, his loan amount. So he's applying for a loan over for exactly 100K, and for the total duration of 276 months. This is literally what he is applying for. And one other important information that a loan applicant is familiar with and also should be taken into considerations are the interest rates and the inflation rates. Of course, this determines how much actually the loan will cost to the customer. And of course, also what the return on investment will be for the banking. This is typical information that a loan officer would use in approving or declining a loan. We have different type of information, of course, loan amounts per type, and number of open accounts, number of closed accounts, and number of saving accounts, these type of things a loan officer can use to actually apply for a loan. When the loan officer has made up her or his mind, they can go, of course, get into the portal and go here and say, okay, this is approver ID. So this is me as a loan officer. I'm ABC123. And the customer ID, let's check that. The customer ID is 68. So let's add that 68. We are happy with this one. So we're going to update the status to approve loan. You can also choose decline loan or put loan on hold. I'm going to add some comments that will say no credit history, which is true. This is an important one to add. No credit history. I'm going to submit the loan applicant. We'll get a response, of course. So that's me, loan officer ABC123, has updated the status of client A68 to approve the loan with no comments. With comments, of course, no credit history. And the confirmation email has been sent to the client.